Hey, good morning, traders. How we doing? You guys trade yesterday? How'd you do? I'm here mapping out the market, checking for opportunity. I didn't trade yesterday. I'm not trading this week. Guys are still at the beach. You know, I saw them at the beach. They're hanging out, waiting to come back, head to wherever they head to. Although it looked like a nice day, right? Right? Some good flow there in the afternoon. Some good flow. Where am I at here? Where am I here? Right there, right? So I was just poking around in here. I was just poking around. I check out the news, what's going on today. A couple things in the morning. Barkin's gonna talk. You know, I pull up my sheet of my anatomy of a 3-to-1 setup. I'm looking for an impulse leg. Right, price is taken off. Creates a little shelf. That shelf gets wiped out. This guy there stops right behind there. Just right behind there. These guys pop them out. Takes off. Right now I'm here at the high. I can put orders right. If it's up here, I'm putting orders down here. That's how mechanical I am at this process. That's right there. Impulse, pullback, retest, out. Try and get out near the top. That's my perfect trade. 3-to-1. If I'm going 5-to-1, 6-to-1, it's going to be up here, right? But you got to live through all this stuff. You never know what's going to happen. It's risk, guys. We're always risking something. Something's at risk, right? As you're sitting here drinking your coffee, watching this, something's at risk, right? I mapped out the hourly, the pressure cooker, the kill zone. I'm just observing. You know, there's your impulse leg, the pullback here. I'm not trading this, but I'm just, like trying to get a lay of the land. Which way is price going? Well, it's going up, right? It's still going up. But there's stuff going on, right? There's stuff going on. The politics right now are different. You know, people are taking their money. They're not sure. They're nervous, you know. So, but that doesn't mean anything to us, right? In this world here, this little guy here, it's going down, right? And here's a kill zone. I just want to be aware of where, I'm going to need to put stops or I'm going to need to put targets. What gets you in? What gets you out? I know what gets me in, right? I know exactly what gets me in. Step 4 gets me in. At step 5, I'm hiding behind this guy. This guy wiped this guy out. These guys are repositioning and having to get back in, right? This guy here didn't take this guy out. This guy here didn't take that guy, that guy. You're safe. It's easy. Let's go swimming. Shark's gone, right? It doesn't happen all the time. I mean, look, guys, I'm not bragging, but I'm a 30 to 40% win rate. And I'm not here to tell you that you're going to win 90% of your trades. I know guys that do, but I don't do it. I'm not that good. I really don't want that stress. I know the guys that I know that are like that. Dude, could you imagine being on the tick that much? Just hit it. Yeah, forget it. I was eyeballing some things in here. Looking at a wash in here, right? Looking at a wash in here. Price comes down, right? We have step 1, impulse. Step 2, there's a shelf being built. Is this trade here? Where's our wash? Where's our wash on this downside here? Right? It looks like it's right here. Right? It doesn't give us the retest that we need, though. Right? And this is why it's hard, dude, because you guys, this is why it's hard. I'm talking to myself because it's not as clean and pretty as all these other ones. I mean, this is a lot of nonsense. This is hard trading, guys. if you're, it's going down. If you sell this line here, and there's nothing on this side. Usually there's a little thing, a little wash, a little something you can say, okay, I can lean on this. But let me tell you something. If you sold this here, if you said that's your, what, I don't know where to put a stop on this. It's a cash stop, right? What's 50% of the swing? Where's my fib, guys? Right, they're up here, right? This is my fib line for all you guys that are Fibonacci traders, right? There's the leg, there's the impulse leg, boom. So I'm maybe above here, but it's still $50 a contract. Come on. It's hard trading, dude, guys. This is hard trading right here. I don't want to be a part of it. I'm glad I sat out of this. That's just frustration. Welcome to Frustration Island. It's going up, going down. What's this going on? Identify the pieces of the puzzle to keep yourself safe. Step 1, impulse leg. Step 2, shelf. Right? Now, but wait a second. Maybe you're like, well, this is, step 1, step 2. Maybe this is a shelf. Maybe this is something that's going on here differently. Let's watch another impulse leg. Now, which impulse leg are you trading? Which swing are you trading? You trading this one? You trading this one? Right? Some people say, I see this, and they say, I'm in. I'm in right here. That's actually not a bad idea because you've already had the retest down here. You've had step 1, step 2. You've had a couple of things, and you might be able to skip a step. Like, what step would you want to skip to make your, you say, I got to get in. I got to get in. What step out of all these would you skip to get in? That's a good question. Never asked myself that one. I have to think about that. Maybe the wash. Where do you hide behind? Because all these have the pieces that I look for. They have an impulse. There's a shelf. Someone gets wiped out. There's a retest, and then I have to enter. So back here, what am I doing? I've got my shelf. I've got this prices trying to come down. I've got buyers here, guys. I've got buyers, right? And then you can say, well, you know what? I'm just going to say, give me. It's such a dangerous play because you hide right behind that guy. You're toast, right? This guy here had a reaction. See that bar right there? There's a reaction bar there. That's a reaction to what's going on here. There's buyers here, and then this guy just popped them out. So let's say you did that. Let's say you played this game and said, you know what, Mike, I'm going to take this one here, and you're popped out, right? Oh, and then it goes down. Oh, I knew it. I've done that. You get stopped out and then it immediately drops back. But then it comes back up here. What was that? There's no reason why you wouldn't. I would say that that's a bad idea. Now we're risking. We don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, we can see in hindsight. Hindsight's the easiest way to play this. We have to play in hindsight to see what's going forward. But I'm telling you guys, that's not a bad idea because it's showing you that it's going down. It's kind of got the characteristics that you're looking for, right? There's a wash right here. And it's a little backwards because it's not tested here. Maybe skip it. Say, I'm just thinking. This is what it's clay. We're molding ourselves to see these things in different lights. The more you can see it, and the more you can the more dangerous it can be. But at the same time, you get stopped out here. You can say, well, it's going down. It's still going down, and it's taking out this guy. I'm gonna try. Try it again. And then then it works. Then you're off and running. Say you want to get out down here, right? I take out money at my lows. You're fine, or follow it down. However you want to manage it. I don't know. It's up to you. I'm not going to tell you how to manage your trade. Everyone's different. You're dealing with emotion. Every time I talk to somebody about this stuff, it's like, oh, how do I do this? I'm like, well, what do you want to do? Some people are driving 5 miles an hour under the speed limit. Some people are driving 30 miles over the speed limit. They're going to the same place. Everyone's different, man. That's why trading is hard because you have to figure out what's your deal. Trading's hard, guys. That's why we have to practice every day. Practice. practice, 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 practice. Right? Keep it clean. Get rid of all the colors in the screen. Keep a nice, clean, white screen so you can sit there and see what it is. I want to see the price flow, right? I want to see the price flow. Impulse leg, up, right? Step 1. Step 2, wash, right? Let's look at this. Impulse. Why is this an impulse leg? Why is this an impulse leg? And this is just observation. There's nothing, don't think that I'm, a magician here making this thing up. But you know what I notice? I'm just going to take this bar down. Who got stopped out? This guy is stopped out, but he's not a new swing. This is within this swing, right? Doesn't take him out, doesn't take him out, doesn't take him out, doesn't take him out. Takes him out, doesn't follow through. Doesn't take him out, doesn't take him out, doesn't take him out. Takes him out. Step 1, impulse. Do we have a shelf? Right? I'm looking in here now. I have a shelf, right? I'm not going to try and make something up. Let's put it that way. I've got a really interesting wash to the upside, right? So now I'm confused because it's going down to the upside. I'm watching. Shelf, shelf, buyers, buyers, buyers get wiped out, right? So now I'm back here again. I'm back here again. Doesn't come down. Doesn't come down all the way. And if we're going to be, I just saw this now, if we're going to be curious about this here, if we're going to be curious about this, look at that. Isn't this interesting here? Because now I just saw this bar. This bar and this bar. It's hindsight. I get it. But I have to work in hindsight. Because now I see this in a different shape, a different light, a different form. I see it in the same piece of puzzle in a different way. Now this entry makes sense with a stop down here, or say I'm gonna do it right here. Something like that. I don't know if I would have caught that. I don't know if I would have caught that. You're starting at 8:04, now you're over here at 8:13, 15 minutes. Come on. The thing that I don't try to do, and I really struggle with this, I really, really, really struggle with this, is to anticipate what's going to happen next. What's going to happen next? That to me is one of the hardest parts, because I'll see, this thing go up here, and maybe I buy that. Yeah, but I don't have a wash here, so that just doesn't. There's nothing to hide behind here. There's nothing to hide behind here, right? Maybe okay, that. But here's the point: is that you're at the bottom of the swing here, so it's either going to work or it's not. That's risk, right? It could come up and it could go the flow up like we were looking, or it could just take off and go down. It's going down. The flow, the impulse leg is down. So I'm naturally looking for that leg, that piece of it. I don't, if I'm going to trade this impulse leg, right, which is dangerous, but I get it. And the reason why it might be safe is that you're at the low, right? Look at all these things you got to put into play, guys. This is the kill zone over here, right? And this is why I take price at highs and lows, because sometimes it bounces off here. Look at it, didn't even go through that. Comes back here. People want to reposition. It's just logical. People want to reposition. So maybe I watch and I observe this, and now I'm in a different space, and I see all this stuff. Okay, let's do something simple, guys. Get rid of all your stuff. Start over. You want to see it clear, right? Now we have an impulse leg up, right? We have this shelf across here, right? Get your wash there. So now we're looking for another impulse leg up. And these aren't the cleanest impulse legs, guys, right? They're not the cleanest. You can see that it ran into something here, right? Here's the pressure cooker. Price ran into the pressure cooker, had a reaction, comes off, tries again, right? What are you going to hide behind, right? You got to wash right here. You start to see them, they just jump out at you. They come in different forms. I'm not saying it's, I'm not saying they're all the same. But this is why I work really, really hard at trying to clarify what swing I'm trading, what's going to get me in, what's going to get me out, what gets you in, what gets you out. That's the most important question. Ooh, ooh, yeah, I'd take it. I'd do it. Heck yeah. Right? You're up here, dude. You got, at least 2-1. Maybe you're, I'm stubborn sometimes too and say, oh, I'm not going to do it. And then you have to manage it. If it comes down here, do you go to break even? You got all that, yeah, right? Welcome to trading, guys. Welcome to trading. Everyone's going to manage it differently. My mentor takes it, he'd be, right up in here somewhere and just take a little, little chunk, hide behind these guys. Maybe, I don't know. Some guys, everyone's different. I can't say that I would do this perfectly. As price comes up here, sometimes I'm just looking to get out, right? I know it's going to be a little different, but that's the way it goes. Trading's hard, guys. Trading's really, really hard. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. 30 to 40% win rate, but 3-to-1 trades keep me profit. Look, if I take this here, is it a winning trade? It's not. I'm not losing. I'm not losing. Managing your stops is one of the hardest things to do, and I work on it every day. That's why I'm here. I'm working on this, and I'm just teaching you guys what I know. But it really is more therapy for me because I have to see this in a different way, right? I'm a professional at this. I do this for a living. I have to be good at this. And I guarantee you guys can fake it for a long, long time. There's guys I can point to. There's so much trash out there. You guys don't even know. I mean, you probably know, but if you're new, how do you know? They want to show you all this stuff. Their cars, their fancy setups. Guys, I'm on a laptop here with a screen, with another monitor. Not 12 monitors. What are you doing? How do you manage that? God, it drives me nuts. Especially when you start, because you have no idea what you're doing. Hire a mentor if you need one. I know, guys. Give me a call. I'll tell you about it. I do private tutoring sometimes, but not a lot. It's hard. I turn it down more than I accept it. You got to be the right person. And I'm not saying I won't talk to you, but you got to be willing to I've been in tears with this thing. Okay. I've been on the phone with my mentor, pissed because I can't figure it out. I try really, 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 really hard and I still suck at it. And you know what? After frustration, after I'm upset, after I'm just like, I don't get it, this sucks, blah, blah, blah. After all that, I sit back and I realize that I'm not being consistent with my drawing. I'm not being consistent with my trades. I'm not being consistent with how I do this. And that's why I really try to follow price. Keep, what is this? How many bars we got here? Hold up. That's 4 bars. Hold on a second. That's 60 bars, right? See that right there? Number of bars, 57. That's 50 bars, 60 bars. You don't need anything, guys. You don't need more than this. You don't need all this stuff. How does this trade here, how does this trade right here have to do with anything over here, right? Because if you're over here trying to trade in here, you're trading the wrong. If you're over here trading this swing here, right, then you're trading this wash here. See that up there? Where's the shelf? Don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. If you're gonna, I know price is going down, so I'm very, the only thing I may be interested in is what's going on with this swing here, right? It took out this leg here. So I'm kind of like, okay, well, price is dancing around. I'm marking out my territory. You got your major, your minor. It goes up, it goes down, right? It's going down, it's breaking down, it's going down, right? So when I'm here on this trade here, I'm not, guys, this is another one. I'm not trying to get up here. I'm not trying to go, and I've tried to do this and it doesn't work. I've tried to fight the market. It doesn't work, right? I'm running into sellers. I'm running into buyers. I'm running into people that have orders there. They're gonna do something weird, right? So don't, you know, I'm out. I might be out right here because I'm close enough, right? I don't need to see the top of the mountain. I'm there, and then watch, right? What's the next trade? Okay, frustration. If you're sitting here waiting for this to go up here, frustration. You know how many times I've done this? You know how many times I've sat here and just watched? Oh, I hope. Get out. Start over. Wash your hands. Clear the chart out, right? Guys, it's as simple as clearing the chart out. I'm doing too much here. Clear it out. Look at that. You can see clearly now, right? And now maybe you're back over. Okay, now I'm going to come back over here and say, well, what is going on? Okay, so everyone's on the kill zone. Everyone's on this. When this isn't even a swing. Do you guys know what confirms a swing? Right? A swing high confirms a swing low, and a swing low confirms a swing high. Right? This is inside. This is inside. This is inside this swing. Right? This swing low confirms that this is not the swing high. Gonzo. Right? I am now trading this swing. Now, you guys that have held out long enough for this whole talk have just learned something about trading, right? You're not worried about anything like that. And you Fibonacci guys out there, I see your messages. I only trade the Fibonacci. There's your 50. Sell that line. Sell it. Put a stop in somewhere above here, right? It comes up here again. I've got orders in. I don't put orders right behind it because they get stopped out. I go up a little bit more. That's a big stop for me. But also, look, this is a big swing. This is a big swing, and I can sell it in the side here. I can get in and out inside this swing. That to me is gold. Gold, that's it. That's all I need. That's my trade of the day right there. I'm bummed that I missed the whole thing. This is hard trading. Hard, because it's turning, right? If I'm in here now, I've got an impulse leg down. And see how I'm mapping this out, guys? I'm just drawing over and over and over again. I'm just getting the lay of the land. I'm trying to understand this so I can trade it on a and be, if I'm wrong, I don't mind being wrong because I missed something and I can step back. I'm not buying here. I'm not buying here. I'm not buying that. That's death. That's suicide. That's impulsive. If you're buying that, you know you are impulsive. You know how I know that? I bought that. How many times? 100. Oh, it's going to happen this time. Oh, it's going to happen this time. No. If anything, buy that and get your butt kicked. Because you know why? You've got friends. These guys are buyers. Be smart about it. Buy down here. Right? I'll buy that. I buy that. I do. And it's not a setup I use, but look, I can manage that trade. I can get up here and say, I'm gonna what's going on with this thing? I can follow, I can move to break even, I can do, where am I at in the day? It's 10 o'clock. Got a couple hours left. I'm gonna, and you're here at 10:04. You're here at the sellers at 10:09. 6 minutes. You're a scalper? Come on. Come on. Guys, keep it simple. Just keep it simple. Impulse leg, shelf, wash, retest, enter. That's all you need. All right? We'll talk tomorrow.